Yes, sir.
Got my brother. This is one of the people I call a young OG.
Yes,
I'm not gonna,
sir.
I'm not gonna ask him his age, but I'm just gonna whatever you think. Add 20. Let me stop.
That's about right, though. That's about right.
For real, for real. My man Rock Vader KB, dope dad, dope DJ. Welcome to the
Happy to be here. Appreciate you having me on, bro.
got to my dog, and I see how you get down with yours, so I had to. Um,
Yes, sir.
just jumping right into it. Um, how was it growing up with your pops? Was your pops around? How many siblings you got? Take me to the
So,
beginning.
so my pops was around up until the time I was around 16.
Okay.
16, that's when my mom's and pops divorced. But he was around early on. It's funny, I have three that I grew up with. I have two brothers and a sister that I grew up with. I have two other siblings, a sister and my brother that my dad had after he moved on. But that was the core of my household. It was the three brothers and my sister. And Pops was there. He was present. It wasn't like he was setting like the ill example or nothing like that. His main thing was about going to school. Go to school, get a good education, and this is that and the third, whatever. But as far as like being around for us, like sports and things of that nature, he wasn't really around for that. He tried to take us into soccer. I'm Haitian, you know what I'm saying? So he was into soccer and all of that. So he tried to push us into that. We did that for a little bit, but then we started going into our own sports, and he didn't really like support us like that. Like when looking back at it, it was like you look at the other kids that on the teams that we played on. Like I started to play Pop Warner football, so my brothers would come out and support, you know what I'm saying, and watch me play and, you know, get in with the team and the fellas and all of this, that, and third. And so you see the other kids on the team with their moms and dads coming and supporting this and that, and I never felt no kind of way. Like I never felt like, damn, my dad's not here. Like it never felt like that. Looking back at it, be like, damn, he didn't really support us too tough. But it didn't feel like that when we were growing up because we had each other.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? My younger brother who passed away a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. Yeah, man. So he was 2 years younger than me. 2 years younger? Yeah, he was 2 years younger than me. And then my other brother is 5 years younger than him. So we're really around the same age. So by the time I got to be like 16, 17, my brother was like 15. My younger brother was 15, and the other one was like 12 or 11. So we were in that range the same way. So playing sports and just being out and about and being knuckleheads and all of that.
Yeah,
we did that amongst
other.
Absolutely. So even after dad left and all of that, we never really felt the lack of a father figure. You know what I'm saying? We just really just leaned on each other. You know what I mean? And that's just how it was. So like I said, looking back, it's like, damn, he wasn't really there too tough, but you know, we've mended fences and we have a good relationship now. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm the same way with my pops. We have a great relationship now. It's all good. And then, you know what? Was your dad born here?
No, him and my mom immigrated from Haiti.
Okay.
So
okay.
We're the first generation Americans. It's like all of us, we were born and raised here, you know, but they came from Haiti with nothing and built what they had. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I could look at and be proud of, you know, like when my earliest memories, we lived in Brooklyn. We was in an apartment in Brooklyn, a 4th floor walk-up, you know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget the summer of 76. We moved to Queens. My mom and dad bought a house. And we was in the suburbs, but I'll tell you, that was culture shock like a mug, bro. Coming from Park Slope, Brooklyn, which was a melting pot, and going out to Rosedale, Queens, which was like right on the edge of Long Island. Yeah. We was like the second Black family on the block.
Yeah.
Bro, them white folks made it interesting, to say the least.
Uncomfortable, I guess.
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
We was feeling the pressure. Like I remember one time, this is crazy. I remember one time, me and my boy who lived down the block. This is a couple of years later. A Puerto Rican dude who lived down the block. We was out in front of my house just joking around. A couple of my other No, we was joking around, just chilling or whatever. And some white boys came up the block or whatever, and they start talking trash or whatever. So we end up fighting right in front of my crib. So we fighting me. I'm fighting one. My man's fighting the other one, and then my other new peeps who just moved in like maybe 6 months before, black people, they saw what was going down with us down the block. So they came, started running down. So the white boys got up and ran out. They jetted. It was like, yeah, get up out of here. We thought we had a victory. So we all go back to our respective cribs. Why these white boys come back mob deep to my house, bro?
Yeah.
Mob deep trying to get in, throwing bricks through the window and all that, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like that. This is late 70s, early 80s, where it was still very much an unintegrated type situation. It was, I done seen it. But,
I know.
But despite that, though, I don't hold it against like I'm not that type that, now I'm just anti-white folk. Like, nah, I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, had some knuckleheads. You know what I mean? Like, they was who they were. I take for each person who they are for their character. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold what some dickhead dudes from back in the days. You know what I'm saying?
True. Change your vision of life, right?
Exactly. Serve me well.
So,
you know what I mean?
So moving forward, well, I know, but how many kids do you have now?
I have 3 girls. I have 3 girls. I am a girl dad. Yes, indeed. I'm a girl dad. I have, well, see, if I start talking ages, then people gonna know how old I am. But you know what, though? I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. My youngest daughter is 7. That's my heart and soul. My middle daughter is 18. Getting ready to turn 19 in November. And my oldest will be on July 28th of this month, will be 32.
Nice. Like I said, y'all, that's probably still trying to do the math and figure out.
Damn, bro, you froze up on me. Yeah, bro. So I got them spread out. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like I said, I might try to do the math. You're never gonna figure out. I call him Young OG for a reason. And yo, my birthday is July 27th. I know we already had this conversation before. You're blessed with your girls, but was there a point you wish you had a boy?
Absolutely. Nah, absolutely. This last go round was definitely shooting for that boy. It was to the point actually that my wife, when she found out the sex of the baby, I was a bit disappointed for a second there, you know what I mean? And she wasn't too happy about that, she would, because she's a cancer survivor. You know what I'm saying? And so she was told she wouldn't be able to have children. So
that's just life is.
That's what it is.
Yo,
exactly. That's what it is, bro.
And what I do to my son, like he allows me to hug and kiss him now, and I'm trying to enjoy it because I know I got like a couple of years, and he gonna be like,
come on, man, bro.
What you doing?
Yo.
So now I don't even say nothing. I'll be like this. He'd be like, "What, Dad? You want some love?" All right.
Yeah, exactly. Get it while the getting is good, because you're right. It's about to be. It'll be over in a minute. As I was saying with my about my daughter though. So I wanted the son. I wanted the son bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think every guy does.
I wanted it in the worst way. So when my wife found out that she knew what it was and she told me, I definitely showed some disappointment, and she could see it in my face, and she was a little upset at me about that. I was like, but you got to give me a minute though. Like I was hoping that this was it. This was the last hurrah. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a cancer survivor. She was told she couldn't have kids. You know what I'm saying? So our child is a miracle. You know what I'm saying? So and she's here now, and she's healthy, and everything is beautiful. And I wouldn't trade her for the world. But I ain't gonna front. At the time though, bro, I was hoping for that boy, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because in my my family that's growing up, it's nothing but girls. Like my sister's, who's older than me, she has 4 girls. You know what I'm saying? I got 3. My brother Les, he got 2. No, he got 3. So my brother Pat, who passed away, he's the only one. He had a girl and a boy. The only boy in the whole lot, bro. Nothing but girls everywhere.
The whole lot.
No, bro, it's nothing but girls everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that was my shot, man. That was my house. Plus, I was getting up there too. I'm not doing this again, bro.
No question. No question.
You know what I'm saying? I did it 3 times.
The stress and then the pressure of, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like, no, and then to just have
no whammies.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got girls in 3 different stages of life right now. I think that's a beautiful thing. Like, there's not a lot of, fathers that could say that they have kids in 3 different stages of life that they could actually just look at and see, like, all right, this one turned out this way. I wonder how this one, and then this one is like, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing for me, it was with 3 different women.
Oh, okay.
I got I'm shooting nothing but girls. I can't blame nobody but myself, bro. 3 different women and nothing but girls all the way through bro, it's me.
Yo, I got a question for girl dads. You're the first one I've got to ask you because it's always been on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You with your daughter, she's young, and y'all out and about, and she got to go to the bathroom. So you obviously have to take it with you, right?
Right. At what age do you start letting her go on her own? Like, for me, when she was younger, like, once she was potty trained, she's going with me until she got of age that I could feel like she's good enough to go by herself. And honestly speaking, that's probably just around, she's 7 now, so maybe like a year or 2 that it's been that I could just feel comfortable with her going into the bathroom. And if it's not something that she feels she wants to go in, that she will say, you know what I'm saying? Make it clear that, that's not okay. And plus, her mom's always lets her know if it's not clean, you don't feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So her, because that's the thing as a girl dad, there's certain things that you just can't teach them, bro. They need that woman in their life, whether it be their mom or somebody else. If a man is in the position that he has to raise a little girl, you gotta have some kind of woman in your life giving you guidance. You cannot do it by yourself, bro. There's absolutely no way. There are things that she's going through that you just cannot understand. You cannot, you know what I mean?
Real quick, just, I know this is a father's podcast, but I like to take a minute and just give much props and praise to our ladies, our wives, our girlfriends, our mothers, grandmothers, aunts. You know what I mean? Because we know what it is. We appreciate them, but this podcast is for fathers. We
need to, for our love, but you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about us. There's a lot of things for y'all. Let's talk about us a little bit. But absolutely, I appreciate mine to the utmost. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a teacher. So
nice.
Man, so especially during this time with the pandemic and their homeschooling and all of that, like, there's some kids that if their parents are not really on top of them during this time, they could lose out on some learning. Because that virtual for them is not like, it's not the same. You need the interaction and all that. So they was missing out, so I believe they missed out during that time. But having a wife who's a teacher, she's pushing that narrative the whole time. Anything they were sending home, she had her on top of it, always doing some type of educational activities. And bro, I ain't even gonna hold you. If that left up to me, it would be a quarter of that, bro. I mean, let's just keep it 100.
Nah, for real. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I was telling my man, it was like, yo, seriously, like, if it wasn't for women, where would we be with these kids? Yo, my kid would be sleeping on a mattress, no sheet, no pillow. You know what I mean? Yo, because when it comes down to it, we're kind of like cavemen. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Minimalistic at best. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a couch and a regular chair, something like that, TV sitting on some crates or something like that, you're good to go. You don't need much. You don't need much in there, but you can't raise a kid in that.
No, and it takes them a long time to teach us that.
Right. That's why they won't procreate with us for a while. They got to domesticate us a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We got to get domesticated.
But you never lie.
Once we get
never lied.
domesticated, they'd be like, all right, I could see having kids with this dude. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I trained him. I raised him well, and he's
Right,
ready
right.
now.
I think we're ready to go to that next step now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you ain't never lie.
For sure. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
hilarious. And so
Facts,
you
though.
said your daughter is 7 now.
Yeah, she's 7 and she's coming into her own little personality. It's amazing to watch. The crazy thing is that in having these 3 girls, this is the first time that I'm seeing it all the way through.
Okay.
Like with my first daughter, my youngest daughter, me and her moms broke up when I was telling you, remember I was telling you on the phone how I got locked up and all of that. That's when her and I broke up. So my daughter at that time was probably like 4 or 5. So she had sent her to live with her moms in ATL. So I didn't really get to see her during those years. You know what I'm saying? She eventually came back and lived up here for a while before they moved back down south. But I didn't get, to actually physically be in her life for those years. Then with my second daughter, it's pretty much the same thing. Me and her moms broke up around that same age, 5, 6. So I didn't get to have that in home with her day in, day out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At those critical ages. Now, mind you, for all my children, I am very, very much in their lives.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I was an absentee dad or anything like that.
You just wasn't living in the same household.
I just wasn't living, but there's a big difference with that, man. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Seeing the day to day and the everyday and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So this is my first opportunity to get it all the way through. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm cherishing that to the utmost. Some of the mistakes that I made with my older
previous.
you know what I'm saying? So I could kind of right the ship a little bit, not to mention I'm a whole lot older and wiser. So just not even the fact that I have other children, the fact that I'm just a different man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a different man today than I was 10 years ago, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
And I was just telling, let me cut you over. Another guest,
no, go ahead.
My fam that, if I would have had kids at 20, I would have been on the mindset of, oh, I gotta get a job to take care of this kid. But having a kid at 40, my mindset is, well, I get to raise this child and give him the tools, give him the stuff I learned, and hopefully just make a better person, just a great person, better than I am as a person.
Mistakes
I think
and everything.
The age make a big difference, even though, like I'm the definition of an old new daddy. Like I'm an old dude in my 40s, but I'm new to being a father. So totally new experience, you know what I'm saying? And every year he grows up, it's still something new. You're in your 40s, you know who you are, you know your voice, but now you got this being, it's just a new
It's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. It's like everything that you've learned
means nothing.
Getting up to this age. I'm saying just getting up to this age though, it's now you could harness all of that and then focus in on this little person, all the dumb stuff that you done did. And all. Now mind you, he gonna do dumb stuff anyway. That's one of the things. And they're just kids. That's one of the things that I've learned over the course of seeing the 3 of mine growing up. Is that and even seeing their friends and all this, that, and third. You gotta let kids be kids, no matter how old you get. Don't ever forget that they are kids, bro. And no matter how much you pound in them right from wrong and this is that and the third, you gotta remember for yourself. When you was their age, you was told right from wrong and the same things too, and you ended up doing some dumb stuff because that's just what kids do. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a boy. He gonna do some dumb stuff as a teenager. He gonna be running around and get caught up in some dumb stuff. How mad could you actually be? Like, it's better that he do it than not do it, because if he lives a sheltered life and grows up and he's not allowed to get in trouble and do all these things, by the time he gets into his 20s, he ain't did nothing. He gonna wild out, bro.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
He gonna wild out. So you want to minimize the wild out and give him some room
to grow.
Do what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And and take the mistakes and use them as teaching lessons. Like it taught you, use that same approach, because no matter how much you try to teach kids, it's a live and learn. That's how you learn. You live and you learn.
Yes,
so you got to give them that. You want to give them the tools to be the best that they possibly be. And then let them live and learn, bro. That's all you can. That's all you can do, bro.
And with you being a DJ, do you see does she have share the same love for music? Do you see it in
Oh,
her?
absolutely. Absolutely. She got a love for music and all types. I have to once again big up her moms because her mom keeps her on some old school, bro.
Nice, nice.
Old, old
Yo, can
house.
I tell you what I do when I give my son a bath? I always do on the old school because I got
Mm,
him right there where he could pay attention.
right,
and
right, right.
it was so funny because and this was when he was I still do it now, but when he was like 3, he came out the bathroom and he was like, hey, 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 hey. Wifey's like, is he singing Christopher Williams? I'm dreaming. Exactly. So yeah, it's working. It's working.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you just have to expose them to it. That's
Yes.
all you got to do. You got to expose them to it and show that you love it, and they gonna love it too. Every weekend, her and my wife have a dance party. She got her own playlist that she plays. All the freaking crazy old school jams, all up and down, Michael Jackson, you name it, it's on there, and she knows them. You know what I'm saying? And then
Nice.
when she's in the car with me, or she goes out with me, she hears me playing new music. She listens. I like to keep the radio on, so she's into everything. That's and now she's starting to dance. So they're playing songs, and she's like, "Daddy, you know, they played that song that you played at that party that time, and this is that and third." So she's very, very in tune to what's going on, man. So that's a beautiful thing to watch as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I was just too like, well, I like your opinion also, but for hip hop heads like ourselves, the first song and my son like one I introduced him to was Scenario because the
Oh,
video was wild, the
yeah,
colors.
yeah,
There's always a part where you could jump in, like the
right,
Buster
right.
part.
Feel like
So
they're into it. Like
yeah, that was the best
it's
video.
such a energetic record. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know right now my daughter certain old school songs come out and she sees how hype I get, so she gets into those records. Like the other day, DeWitt came on, and I was like in the car. I was like, whoo, I was all into it, and she's seeing the energy, and so she starts feeling. So every time it come on now, like she's in the energy with me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You just gotta expose them. Just gotta
yeah,
expose them and let them feel it like how you feel it.
yeah.
Especially when they're at that young age where they're so impressionable. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
they're gonna feed off of your energy. So whatever you
True.
bring to the table, that's how they're gonna love it. And that's what I do. So there's some old school joints that she's definitely getting into. I
So
love that part,
we got a few minutes. I got another one more question for you. Um,
no doubt.
who is like your favorite TV dad?
Wow, that's a good question. My favorite TV dad.
Somebody you admire, just somebody who you thought was funny, whichever way
I mean, for
you want to take
me,
it.
it goes back because I'm an older cat. Like, you know what I'm saying? So in my formative years, the TV dad that was out that really made an impression was Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? The Cosby
Yep.
Show, like it was everything. Like he was
Mm-hmm.
everything he needed to be. He was successful. He was funny. He was stern with his children when he needed to be, but gave them room to grow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let them screw up and have mistakes. I mean, he was that guy. And for the show to have a longer run as it did, and to watch the kids grow up and go through their different turmoils, and not only how they were dealing with it, because you could relate to that because I was a teenager at that time, their
Yeah.
same age, so I could relate to that. But looking back on it now and seeing how he dealt with it as a father, it's like now it's come
Yeah.
full circle. So you could be
Yeah.
like, wow, I could use some of that in dealing with certain situations and this is that and third. I mean, obviously 2022 is a whole another freaking
Animal. Yeah.
world than 1984. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
But it's like that
the
for everybody.
principles, the
Yep.
principles are the same though. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? The principles are the same. You could take those things and just make it your own. But I mean, it wasn't no when I think about the landscape at the time, and at the time it was also like a breakout show. You never saw nothing like that before. It
Nope.
was like Good Times,
Yeah.
that was the dad, or
Eh,
George Jefferson, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No. No. I say the same thing. I agree. Yeah. Him, Uncle Phil. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Oh
no,
yeah,
I said the same
absolutely.
thing. And just people don't just jump out of character. But I honestly, Cliff Huxtable was a great dad.
Right.
Bill Cosby had some bullshit going on, but Cliff
Right.
Huxtable was a great dad. You
Yeah,
know what I
the
mean? Just to
character
differentiate,
himself.
yeah.
Yeah, the character. Like, I am not condoning anything Bill
Not at
Cosby.
all. Not at all.
I mean,
Not at
I
all.
mean, it's a damn shame that
It is.
these people is coming out now. This man is damn near in his 80s, but you did what you did. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Reap
And
the
now it's
percussion.
coming
Reap
out.
what you
Yeah,
sow. Yeah.
absolutely. Karma don't play that. You know what I mean?
Nah.
So, but
Nah.
the character that he played
Mm-hmm.
and what he was portraying and the message that he was putting out, you couldn't ask for a
Can't
better
deny
dad
it.
than that. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? And
Nah,
like you
not
said,
at all.
Uncle Phil too, another one. Uncle Phil was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was stern when he needed to be, loving when he needed to be, you know what I'm saying? And gave them room to go out and do what they're going to do and be there to clean it up when they do. And you know what I'm saying? Will got them in enough, you know what I mean? Situations that he had to get them out of there. You know what I mean? So it was all good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, Diggy. Yo, I so appreciate you making the time. I know it's kind of hard catching up
Absolutely.
with you.
No doubt. It's all good, bro. I'm
And
happy to do it.
yeah, man, we definitely got to get up because it's been a minute, and you
Yes,
know how
sir.
it is.
Yes, sir.
And you know how it is. When we do get up, it's all just hip hop. That's
Man,
it.
the love is so thick when we get together, man. I
Yeah.
miss my crew so bad,
I
man. I was just
know.
telling them the other day. I said, "Yo, I gotta link up." They getting ready to link up at the sometime next 2 weeks or so. They linking up. Carter Roxy's coming up from Florida or whatever, and
Okay.
so they linking up at Mike's at the
Oh,
brewery.
that Jersey spot. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to the brewery, but I got an event that same day, man. I was so tight.
Damn.
I was like, damn, bro, like had to be that day. Can y'all come out on Sunday? They was like, no, she's only gonna be here. Like, damn, man.
But hold up,
Well,
let me
gotta
blow
do
your
it.
mind real quick. Pause. Do you remember the last time we saw each other in person?
Absolutely. It's at the Spotless Minds event. That's the last day before everything shut down, bro.
Shut down.
Everything was dead after
feels,
that.
It felt so weird, but I was just like, yo, they close. I never met Moni before in person, and I was talking to her on Facebook for like 3-4 years. So it was like people, and I'm like,
no doubt,
I get
doubt.
the support.
Yeah, no doubt. That was the last time.
Yeah, I remember the energy felt weird. I'm like, should I be going now? But damn, I gotta go see my people. You know, it was weird.
Right.
But
no, it was weird, but that day was the last day. That's when Rudy Gobert had first contracted it and all of that. And that's when the NBA shut everything down. And the week after that, I was at home for like 2 weeks before I went back to work. And even then it was only 1 day a week. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I was out there fully exposed, pushing that
bus. I know. Yeah, you was an essential worker. You was an essential worker.
But that's the funny thing. The day before, I was called asshole, bus driver, everything else. The next day, I'm essential. Thank you, I guess.
Right. Funny how the world works, bro.
For real, man. And we just in one day, I'm the greatest. I'm a hero now.
Right.
Yo, KB, definitely a pleasure talking to you, my brother.
Absolutely, my G.
We will definitely be in touch more often.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you doing this.
No doubt. I'm gonna store your number now.
Yes, sir.
Store your number now. Yeah, for sure.
Talk about
God bless your family too. Yo, bro, I really didn't know. You was like, yo, we still doing it. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, the way you answered, I'm like, something ain't right. You know what I mean? So nah, it's all good. Appreciate you.
Yes,
Much
sir.
love, fam.
Salute.
Have a good night.
All right, you too.